My beloved child, take a breath. A new moment has dawned. I have drawn near to your current path, bringing a truth vital for your journey. My presence now fills your surroundings, bringing the clarity you have longed for. You may not fully grasp it yet, but my word, spoken for you long ago, now moves past every barrier. No human voice can silence my decree, and no power can prevent what I am bringing forth today. I have entered your world not merely to observe, but to dismantle all that tried to lessen your hope, your aim, your needs, and your peace. My unseen hand reshapes your path, making the unthinkable plain. This is not an ordinary time. It is the pivot from what was to what I am now revealing for you. You have waited, prayed with earnestness, and known deep sorrow. Now I respond with a sacred truth that far exceeds human grasp. I announce to you that a season of swift revelation is now beginning for your existence. What was delayed is now catching up. What felt distant is now made clear. What was held back now breaks through. I have not simply brought news. I have begun something you could not have achieved on your own. I am here not as a distant observer, but as the one who holds sway over the impossible, and I designate this very instant as sacred. From this breath onward, my child, your life holds a distinct purpose. Each step you take finds its true bearing. Every beat of your heart now aligns with my will. I did not ask to enter your timeline, I set it in motion. And I chose this precise moment to shift everything because I saw your soul prepared, your spirit attentive, and those who stood against you entirely unready for what I am about to unfold through your life. The silence is lifted, and my voice rings out. It is not for all, but for you alone, affirmed by my own authority. Do not see this as mere coincidence, my precious child. This is the precise joining of my pledge and your steadfast heart. The heavens rejoice. The world will soon see a change that only I could orchestrate. This is not a trial. Simply sense the change surrounding you. What you once believed forever postponed has now arrived, not by chance, but by my direct hand in your life. The hours of deep sorrow, the times when hope seemed a dim flicker, the painful thought that your chance had gone, none of that was the conclusion. It was the essential tension before what was due. What you saw as a fruitless wait was truly me preparing something so perfectly aligned with your purpose that your own thoughts could not have conceived it. Though you worried the moment had passed, I always intended this specific season for its manifestation. I sent no intermediary. I came myself to ensure this pledge would not only find you, but be placed directly in your grasp with absolute certainty. This is not a gentle flow, it is a powerful rush. I saw those moments you wondered, is this truly for me? And I marked them. I will now show you, my beloved one, with overwhelming, undeniable proof that it is. You are not unseen. You are personally selected. You are not left behind. You are designated. While others overlooked your value, I was actively shaping your future. While you sorrowed for what never came, I was bringing forth something far grander than your first hope. Now it has come. Not only what you wished for, but what I knew you would require when all else seemed to falter. The reason for its timing was not my absence, but my assurance that no one could lessen it, change it, distort it, or claim it as their own. This is not an afterthought, a delay, a remnant, or by chance. It is uniquely fashioned for you. You do not need to grasp how it will unfold. It is already moving. Do not try to explain this to those who doubted. Simply let me reveal it through you. They will see what you once spoke in quiet now unfold openly. For when I personally bring something forth, It does not arrive silently. It arrives with undeniable force. This is the time when the impossible fades, when events align for your good, when what seemed forever gone now returns to you. The good news is not just drawing near, it is here. And I have delivered it with power, with definite purpose, and with a compelling swiftness that is beyond question. You stand at the point where my divine action becomes clear. Do not merely open the door, hasten to it, for the very thing you feared you would never see again is no longer absent. I stand directly with it. Do not be misled by the quiet that was around you, my cherished child, for while you sat in stillness and unspoken pleas, I was actively working in unseen places, clearing paths and undoing deceptions that sought to declare your purpose out of reach. Your time of quiet was not empty space. You heard no sound because the powerful work was not for your hearing. It was my declaration in the unseen realm. It was my voice echoing through obstacles you never knew were there, and my power filling ground the darkness thought was its own. I never left you in that stillness. I simply used it to amplify the strength of your result. While your prayers seemed unheard, I was reshaping that very delay into a basis for a deeper marvel. When you felt by yourself, my invisible care enveloped you in ways you could not grasp. Even when you sensed quiet, my influence was at work. I was clearing away obstacles, redirecting contrary intentions, and securing a lasting victory for you. Though you sensed no progress, I was always advancing. My nearness enveloped you, even in your deepest sorrow, in your times of doubt, and within the bounds of your struggle. Each challenging period bore the mark of my might, destined to yield gladness. You were never solitary in those silent stretches. I was with you. I guarded you closely, my beloved child, even when you could not sense me near. Now, I unveil what I have been arranging during your seasons of sorrow. This is not merely a gift, it is a full disclosure. No stretch of that silent time was wasted. Every fleeting instant was an offering toward this very moment. And now, I move with the complete force of my will. I come not with gentleness, but with power. I show myself not through suggestion, but with undeniable proof. I offer not questions, but settled declarations. The plan for your success is no longer obscured by doubt. It is unfolding before your eyes bit by bit without interruption. My child, grasp this truth. The quiet was not a punishment, it was a shelter. I kept your coming triumph from being seen too soon. I shielded your path from misleading influences. I held your answers in a safe place so that when I finally delivered them to you, no one could claim their origin was anything other than my own light. That calm period strengthened your trust, yet it never meant I had departed. Every sigh of disappointment was met by my steady attention. Each day you held firm, even when circumstances remained unchanged, became a force I used to overcome difficulties. The quiet season is now concluding, for I have completed what was hidden from your view. Prepare yourself, my beloved one, not just in your heart, but in your spirit, mind, and body, for the vastness of what is about to appear. The stillness was never your end, it was the preparation for your swift rise. My actions are always purposeful, my silent times are never unproductive, my plans are never delayed. They are carefully set, protected, and certain to reach their full expression. Today, your patient endurance has met its sacred answer, and the triumph now approaching will quiet every lie that claimed I was deaf to your pleas. This precise instant stands apart from all that came before, not due to the passing of days, but because the heavens have given their answer. Every aspect of this present hour is marked, not by ordinary routine, but by a sacred stirring that signals activity in areas once closed to your pleas. Understand, my cherished child, this is no common day. The unfolding of this new passage is happening rapidly. This is not about what might happen. It is about the perfect moment aligning with my eternal purpose. I have set a swift pace, and nothing can hinder what is already being carried with divine speed toward your experience. I have considered every plea you made in your most private nights, those you shared with no one, those so heavy you doubted even I noticed them. But I did. I did not merely perceive. I acted. My response has not been one of delay. It has been one of freedom. You sought change, unaware it would arrive on a day that seemed just like any other. Yet, this day is set apart. This hour is awakened. No more questioning if you were overlooked. No more asking why things remained calm. Everything changed when I declared, "It is time." And my precious child, I declare it now. The shift has begun. The period of quiet is finished. The very air around you is now filled with my answer. Obstacles are changing from resistance to welcome. Areas once closed off are now opening at the sound of my instruction. I ordered what was sealed to open. I prompted what was asleep to stir. I declared what was lost to be returned. Your spoken thoughts have journeyed far, and they did not linger in waiting. They arrived before me. They were observed, considered, esteemed, and now they are coming back to you, not in their original form, but with vast increase. You are about to gain in ways you never expected. What you offered with hesitation is coming back with power. What you considered a faint request became a strong call in my presence. What you believed had no effect has now altered the balance. Your earnest appeals are not old. They are powerful. They are alive. And I am sending back active answers. Prepare yourself not just to bear, but to know fulfillment. This day holds deep meaning. It carries something sacred. Your destiny has been spoken in realms where the course of lives is determined, and your earnest requests have merged with the force of my intention. What approaches is not fragile, it is unstoppable. What is advancing toward you does not require your full understanding. It only requires your willingness. This is not accidental. This is not delayed. This is set in place by me, perfectly timed and begun by my own spirit. And I chose this exact moment because the timeless flow has now met your spirit's preparedness. Observe the rapid pace at which everything transforms now. The speed will be unfamiliar to you. The very air will feel distinct. This is because it is. The solution is already in motion, carried by the force of my decree, and nothing, absolutely nothing, will hinder its arrival. Not one of these escaped my notice. The answers to your heartfelt longings, my child, are not separate fragments. They form a connected current. What unfolds now is not a solitary answer, but a strong sequence of happenings. This is not a single offering. It is a complete release, thoughtfully prepared to reach every place in your life where you felt lacking, yearned for more, or faced difficulty. I collected every silent request, every instance of deep trust you offered me, and wove them into one strong statement of fulfillment. What appeared as a delay was my precise ordering of all things. When you sensed my distance, I was truly preparing each detail. Today I am setting into motion what will not be delayed for an instant. Do not search for isolated solutions anymore, my beloved child, for what I am providing you now is not fragmented. It is complete. I am placing something into your life that unites what felt apart, corrects what was amiss, and enables what appeared unattainable. The goodness I am sending will not need your guidance or permission to show itself. It will move with a strong presence, carrying within it progress, quickened pace and overflowing increase. When I act, my child, I always bring what I start to its intended conclusion. What you are about to experience is more than a mere offering. It is undeniable evidence. Evidence that I heard your every utterance. Evidence that your sincere pleas reached my presence. Evidence that I guarded your path, even when you felt unnoticed by others. The rising intensity you feel is because something significant is forming. The sense of shifting means its manifestation is very close. Now, I am not simply returning what you requested, I am providing far more. You aim to mend a small piece. I chose to make all things new. You wished for ease in a pain. I chose to bring full restoration to your history. You asked for strength for one day. I chose to fill you with lasting fortitude for the years ahead. My good provisions are not incomplete. They are finished. The feeling of avenues opening for you now is not accidental. It is my sign that the appointed time has come. Be ready for surprising delights, for marvels, for my clear confirmations, one following another. You are not merely stepping into one fresh chance, my cherished child. You are moving into a succession of potentials. From this day onward, a fresh current begins in your life, my beloved one. Answers will come to you. Pathways will fully reveal themselves, and my goodness will stream forth without measure. You do not need to strive for this. You do not need to prove your worth. This is not gained by your striving. It is the manifestation of my declaration. You honored me in quiet ways. Now, I will honor you with unmistakable evidence. Be prepared, my child. Accept with an open inner self and an expectant heart. For what begins today is my reply to you, filled with my essence, guaranteed by my very nature, and it cannot be stopped. What once felt like being turned away, casting gloom over your days, is now disappearing. I have exchanged every denial with a sacred assurance that cannot be reversed. The pronouncements that hindered your path, the circumstances that held you captive, the silent uncertainties that claimed it would never be for you, all are now quieted by the force of my decree. Each time you encountered a blocked route, I took notice. Every opportunity that slipped away, I recorded. Every halt that caused your spirit to grieve, every rejection that tested your trust, I made certain none of these would decide your course. Now, I have sent out one utterance that responds to all of them simultaneously, a resonance nothing can stand against. That resonance is my confirmation. Not a soft consent, but a mighty, distinct proclamation that extends to every area of your life where you felt restricted, unseen, or lessened. This is not merely a partial breakthrough, it is total entry. My confirmation is not limited to a single wish or period. It extends through every part of your existence, across all your aims, even to areas you believed permanently sealed. Grasp this truth, my beloved. I never required the consent of others to begin what I set within you. I never sought human viewpoints or paused for worldly arrangements to determine when your true calling would appear. I waited until you were prepared, within your own spirit, to accept the complete measure of what I was about to unveil. That very moment has arrived. The very groundwork of your past is moving, my child, because my pledge is now progressing. Where others asserted you were not equipped, I announce you are truly selected. Where circumstances made conditions appear unattainable, I now direct, proceed. Where you were previously denied access, I am now bestowing upon you complete inclusion. Nothing that opposed you can endure in the presence of what I have just initiated. You will no longer chase after pathways. Instead, favorable circumstances are being guided to find you. The favor I am releasing is more potent than any opposition, grander than any charge, and more substantial than any delay. I am not merely acting for your benefit. I am reshaping the very arrangements that presume to refuse my desire for you. My confirmation does not need outside approval. It shows its own reality. It opens what was shut, restores what was lost, and settles what was previously turned away. You will perceive this shift not only within your inner being, but in your everyday existence. Matters will align in ways that challenge logic. Paths that were challenging will abruptly become effortless. What once held back your progress will now assist it, without you comprehending why. This is because my goodness reshapes everything surrounding you. It pierces through stagnation. It accelerates what felt sluggish. It announces your arrival in locations you never conceived of reaching. This is not solely about gaining what you asked for, my beloved. It is about receiving what I always purposed for you. The rejections you encountered were never your conclusion. They were the stillness preceding a magnificent declaration. Today, that declaration resounds. My intention is to reveal you to the world in a new way, my child. No longer will you be seen as one who merely came close, but as the very one I have positioned for undeniable progress. You will proceed into places where you were once disregarded. I do not operate by typical standards. I am elevating you without seeking consent from those who doubted your readiness. When I declare something, my beloved child, it is final. Have no fear concerning this strong new forward motion. Do not pause before the openings now becoming visible. This is the direct result of my voice breaking through every boundary that tried to hold you back. My validation has been established and granted, not only for your present situation, but for your intrinsic being. Your identity is not shaped by human opinions. Your identity is shaped by the purpose I have placed within you. Advance now, my child. Every form of opposition is now disappearing. A profound shift is taking place in your surroundings. Before long, the world will witness undeniable proof of my unwavering backing in the life of one who maintained trust. Even before others deemed you inadequate, before life's challenges sought to draw you into despair, before you sensed you were meant to be cast aside, I was already there. My presence was not passive observation, but active intervention. I observed every moment you were led to believe you were missing something essential, where it appeared your path would end in sadness rather than victory. I watched as struggles left their mark of frustration on your efforts, as systems implied you should lower your expectations, and as people moved away, leaving voids where support should have been. Still, even then, I held the very essence of your tomorrows. I would not allow that story to be the one you lived out. I would not permit your authentic self to be defined by temporary hindrances or incomplete outcomes. They tried to disregard your value, but I rearranged your entire course. I did not simply adjust small points. I cleared away entire segments and started a fresh journey filled with brightness. I removed the weight of anxiety. I erased the impressions of feeling abandoned. I quieted the pronouncements of disgrace that sought to label you. Where others saw an ending, I designed a new start. Where it was stated you were too broken, I confirmed you as fully chosen. Where it was once claimed there was nothing more to come, I established that this is only the very beginning. My precious child, it is crucial you understand this truth. I have never been limited by what others believed about you. Their opinions never decided your ultimate condition. They only grasped a small part of your struggles. I saw the complete design of your genuine purpose. And now I have placed a distinct sign upon your life. It indicates not just perseverance, but a total transformation. I did not merely acknowledge the feelings of disappointment. I did not try to soften the effect. I stepped in and replaced it completely. You are not simply the result of difficulty. You are the visible demonstration of my intentional restoration. I took the very circumstances meant to declare your failure and reshape them into the foundation for your unveiling. I am raising you from the humble position where they expected you to stay, molding it into a mark of distinction you will carry into places they never imagined you would access. This is not a minor alteration. It is a full reversal of circumstances by my power. I did not just repair small elements, I reconstructed the whole basis. This is not for vengeance, but for the sake of my fundamental justice. My aim is not to lessen anyone else. I am bringing to completion the intrinsic blueprint I placed within you from the very beginning of time. I have freed you from the repeated pattern that sought to persuade you that blessings were perpetually meant for everyone but you. I have broken down the repetitive patterns that led to feelings of disheartening. The ending you once feared has now become the source of my power. I have established a completely fresh segment for your journey, and this one holds no record of being unsuitable. This fresh period begins right now, with my favor, with clear roots, with limitless supply, and every area where uncertainty sought to take root within your spirit is now being infused with a profound certainty. When you look at yourself, you will no longer see what was missing. You will witness what I have brought back. Expectation will fill you, not from your own efforts, but because I have ignited it deep inside you. This is the moment where those watching are drawn near, unable to grasp what is happening. Yet I have always understood, and I have just set in motion a new season. The commands now active are irresistible, and they carry my power in every detail. You see, I did not just hear your spoken words. I understood your silent breaths, your unspoken desires, the hidden aches of your spirit you could not express. I took them all in and changed them into what you needed. Now, that provision is being delivered. I encourage you to prepare your belief not for a small trickle, but for a full sacred outpouring. What is being delivered includes healing for old wounds, answers for lingering questions, and fresh insight where there was once only confusion. This is not focused on what you have endured as absence. It is about what is now arriving for you. I have not forgotten you, my cherished one. I have not misplaced what I promised you. I will ensure what belongs to you arrives without hindrance. Look for signs, not out of despair, but because what I have spoken is about to become apparent. Expect certainty, not from doubt, but because I am generous in providing. My child, your existence has just been touched by a profound favor from my realm, and its security cannot be breached by any earthly force. What you have struggled with for a long period has now been commanded to stop by my direct power, and that decision cannot be undone. The tension you have held inside, the weight that quietly followed your every idea, the exhaustion from trying to move forward while still burdened, all of it ends right here. The profound sorrow that stayed with you through the nights, and the vagueness that clouded your mornings have now met a limit that I myself have set. I allowed that period to unfold only as long as it served its purpose for you. Now, I have brought it to a close. You will not face that same struggle again. The cycle of repeated challenges has ended for you. What lies ahead is not just less struggle, it is a complete shift in every situation that opposed you. My will has fully affirmed this new path for you. What I have prepared has overcome every obstacle. It has been reviewed, confirmed, and given the clear command to move forward without pause. I have removed the delays that often lessened your joy. I have navigated around the diversions that sought to cause your surrender. I have announced to all that stood in your way that their time has run out. I have made clear to every upsetting force that its aim is now without effect. I have spoken to the unrest and ordered it to be calm. The challenging period that seemed unending is now concluding, not due to your increased striving, but because I intervened and determined a positive outcome for you. Your moment of release was not missed, my beloved child. It was simply being protected by me. I needed to make sure that what was meant for you would come to you pure, whole, and untouched by anything that might weaken your faith. I was not ignoring you. I was bringing your victory to its perfect state. My child, the time has arrived. Everything is now perfectly aligned, and I am bringing about an outcome no one can stop. This is not a gentle emergence. This is a powerful statement. Its clear sign will cause even those who do not know you to say, something truly fresh has come to you. I have done more than just open what held you captive. I have taken away the very power it had over you. You will not need to go back and recover what was lost in your past hardships, because I am making everything new. Your renewal is not a slow repair, my precious child. It is a full beginning again. You will hold the deep wisdom you gained, but without the lasting pain. You will speak of your journey, but without the visible scars of past damage. The heavy burden that once weighed upon you is now removed through my power. That profound weight is leaving, my child, for your time of struggle has ended. Your liberty to move forward is not waiting for a choice. It has been fully given, and this progress will be clear to all. It will show itself through a new boldness inside you, through clear insight in your decisions, and through unexpected gifts in surprising locations. I have not only shattered what confined you, I have also erased every sign it was ever there. You are not going onward with remaining shades of sorrow. You are being renewed with a pure outpouring directly from my holy place. What felt hard yesterday will soon feel effortless. Not because things have become easier, but because you have been made strong far beyond what any challenge tried to diminish in you. I have returned what you did not even know was gone. I have revived what you believed was forever gone. Let this certainty sink deep into your very core. I have already spoken for you in the ultimate place of judgment. The choice has been set. You are no longer asked to struggle for what is already yours by my own decree. I have never needed you to try out for my care, or to act a certain way to earn my favor, or to climb routes planned by those who could never truly understand what I have put inside your spirit. What is happening now in your life is not from your effort or outside ties. It is the uncovering of who you truly are. You are not a chance existence with hidden gifts. You are a planned being with a clear aim. The instant you let go of the need to show your worth, my child, I started making ready the place where only I would show who you really are. Not the person others thought you were, not the one life tried to make you smaller than, but the one I always knew when I shaped you in secret. This is not the time to wear yourself out trying to gain what I have already set aside for you. Stop using up your energy trying to persuade others to trust in you. I do not need their agreement. My acceptance is far greater than every situation where you were left out. Every word that put you down. Every way of thinking that decided you were insufficient. I saw you trying hard in settings that never truly valued your spirit. I observed you extending yourself excessively to conform to stories that were never intended for your being. But now, I am taking away the weight of having to prove yourself, and I am putting in its place the calm stillness of simply existing. You do not need to chase the spotlight, my child. I am the true radiance, and I have chosen to shine on you. That which resides within you is too sacred to be exchanged for mere acclaim. What I have put inside you cannot be made smaller by wanting broad approval. This is why I permitted certain pathways to cease, not to cause you pain, but to preserve the unveiling of your genuine and true self. You were not meant to grow by measuring yourself against others. You were meant to flourish according to my careful plan. My statement about you is not based on what you have done. It is built upon the offering I made to free you. That by itself is completely enough. No charge holds any sway here. No condemnation can touch your spirit. I have quieted every voice that tried to name you as unworthy. I have wiped away every untruth that stuck to your real nature. My confirmation has fully changed the past narrative. My child, you no longer await permission to embody the life I have called you to. You are entering the full understanding of what has already been made firm. Stop striving to be seen, my child, for I have always known you. I was present in your quietest moments, in your times of deepest struggle, in the silent questions where you wondered, do you even notice me? And now I answer, yes, I noticed, and I responded by choosing you. You do not need to hide your past hurts or polish your story. I am not using your flawless moments. I am using your willingness to trust me. I did not choose you because everything in your life was perfectly arranged. I chose you because you brought me what was broken. What I have decided in the highest place cannot be undone by any human being. It is finished. The confirmation is set. My special blessing is now active. And your sole task now is to proceed with the calm assurance of one who is not striving to merit what has already been freely bestowed. The struggle to prove your worth is finished. I have called you my own, my cherished child, and that changes everything. Others may have closed their doors to you, turned their backs, and failed to see what I placed inside you. But now I am drawing all eyes toward you, and those who once did not truly see you will now witness that I have chosen you. The very ones who left you feeling unseen will now clearly observe what I have given to your life. You are not stepping out in urgency, my beloved. You are moving forward exactly when I intend. This time is not about settling old scores. It is about making everything new. I am bringing you into plain sight, not for human praise, but for my own divine reason. You do not need to be confirmed by those who never truly understood you. What I am doing within you will speak more clearly than any silence from others. Every eye that once looked past you will now see you carry a sign that only I could give. You are not pushing your way forward. I have created the very place for your unique task. They tried to label you, to put you into a small box that fit their understanding. Yet that which I established within you cannot be contained or truly understood by those who lack my vision. The blessing on your life is not just for show, it is for clear evidence of my presence. And now I will begin to reveal what they believed would never appear. I'm pulling back what was hidden, even from their sight. I am making you known, my child. Not for a public spectacle, but for your complete purpose. You have been made ready in quiet, made pure in stillness, and prepared in private. My precious child, the moment has come for me to show how I choose. Your being here is not by accident, it is by my clear intention. I have carefully prepared this path for you, guiding each step so no one can mistake it for good fortune. Those who once spoke against you will now find they cannot explain your progress without their support. You will not need to defend yourself. My actions will speak more clearly than any words of accusation. This is not about arrogance, my child. This is about showing my clear truth. I do not measure value by human standing or what others think, but by a heart that trusts me. I watched you choose my way even when everything told you to quit. I saw you keep moving forward when others doubted your vision. I heard your quiet prayers when your voice felt unheard. I have remembered every hidden sacrifice, every unseen act of loyalty. Now, I bring all of it into the light. My child, you will be known for who you truly are, not for trying to get noticed. Your strength will come from simply existing in me, not from constant effort. You are different not because you blend in, but because I made you distinct. The very places that once closed their doors to you will now accept your rightful position, not because you asked, but because I have decided it. Their understanding could not grasp your rise, but my power does not rely on their limited insight. I am not raising you up to compete with others. I am placing you to finish a unique work, one for which your spirit was made ready. What some dismissed as a brief event will now be seen as a clear act of my will. And what I achieve through you will set right every wrong idea spoken in error. This elevation will hold no trace of anger. Your joy will be pure, untouched by old hurts. I have made your heart clear, my beloved child, so that when I establish you, nothing will lessen this moment. You will step into places they said you would never reach, and your presence will not be doubted. It will be confirmed by the clear sign of my favor upon you. My child, watch what I am doing before the very eyes that once failed to see your value. My purpose is not to show them their error, but to prove that my word always reaches its goal. My pledges to you were never forgotten. Each interval that elapsed without outward alteration was not an indication of my oversight. It was my careful plan, making sure all I had prepared would meet you at the right moment. You may have thought you were unseen, or that I had moved past you. Yet, what felt like quiet was me bringing events into line, adjusting situations, and letting what was not yet complete fully grow. I am never late, my child. I am always exact. What you saw as a delay was actually me holding everything in place. You were not being corrected. You were being placed with intention. The time of waiting was not a turning away from your trust, but a strengthening of your inner core. I have been building something inside you that can carry the weight of what I am now revealing. Had I moved when you first asked, you would have received only part of the blessing within a weak structure. However, my affection for you is too great to permit your triumph in a manner that would have overwhelmed you. And now, the waiting has fully served its purpose. What begins now is the unfolding that was grown by your steady following of my path. You stayed resolute, my child, even when abandoning the path seemed simpler. You maintained your trust, my child, even when all around you seemed to speak against it. You heard my gentle whisper while others turned away from stillness. Now, I will make visible what you quietly nurtured in a way that leaves no room for doubt. I never overlooked your heartfelt pleas. Instead, I was ensuring the best possible result. My understanding saw what others missed. I knew the words that would be spoken against you. I saw the settings that could not yet sustain what I planned. Therefore, I kept it hidden. I shielded you. I held the entrance shut until everything was perfectly aligned. I was not just making ready what was ahead, I was also preparing you, my precious one. Now the path unfolds, not simply because enough time has passed, but because you are fully prepared. Every action I take holds a clear aim. I did not stop your progress. I safeguarded my commitment. I did not delay your course. I maintained its true nature. Perhaps you thought silence meant nothing was happening. Yet I was arranging the coming stages beyond your sight. Now that covering is being drawn back. This exact time starts now, not at a later date. This precise instant has been set in my timeless design since the world began, and you are present within it. You are not late, my child. You are arriving precisely when you are meant to, for a sacred purpose that required this specific version of you. The one who has waited with patience, who has matured, who has let go of self-importance and embraced full reliance on me. It awaited this precise time when I knew you would receive it with peace and openness. Now the very air around you is changing for your benefit. The flow has reversed. What once opposed you will now yield to you. Where you once faced opposition, your proper standing will be acknowledged. The words that questioned your value will be quieted by what I am about to accomplish through you. I am not just bringing back what was taken, my child. I am increasing it. This is the time when what was unfairly removed will be given back in overflowing measure. You will not depart with nothing. You will not come forth diminished. You will stand completely renewed, and your presence will be clear to all. I am guiding the events of your life in a manner that will make it undeniable that my care has always been with you. Do not grieve for what could have been. Instead, find joy in what is now revealing itself. Your fresh start is not approaching. It has already arrived. And in this period, no obstacle or individual can impede its progress. Not because you are without fault, my precious one, but because of your open spirit. You see, I do not select individuals as the world does. I do not choose based on outward status or what can be seen. I choose based on a spirit that is ready to serve. And you agreed when it meant personal sacrifice. You agreed when no one praised your work. You agreed even when it caused you hardship. And because of this, I have decided to connect your being to a work of deep meaning that will not only change your own existence, but will also touch others in ways you cannot yet foresee. My child, your attention to this message has opened your heart to a truth I've placed within you. As a truth seeker, you're ready to walk this new path. Let this truth live in you, transforming your life with peace and purpose. Carry this light forward, sharing it with others who seek my voice. Your support spreads my message to those in need. Return for deeper understanding, as I have more to reveal. My presence will guide you, bringing clarity and certainty. Receive the next message, for your destiny is unfolding swiftly. My peace rests upon you as you step forward.